Today we will be painting our cell drawings. The first thing you should have done was pick a color scheme. You need two separate color groups. One, you're going to paint inside your circles, the cells, and the other group, you're going to paint around them. I'm choosing the warm and cool color groups. There are a couple of different examples that I showed you in the lesson. If you haven't looked, go back and look and decide what colors you're going to do before you start to paint. Now, your paints are going to look different than mine, but they work the same way. The watercolor, I'm going to dip my brush in the water first, and then I'm going to add water to one of the sections. And I've decided to do cool colors on the outside of my picture, and I'm doing the warm colors inside my cells. So I'm going to add some water to some of my colors, and then after I add it in, I'm going to brush it or pet the palette a bit, mix it up, and the more I mix, the darker this paint is going to get. If I let it sit for a little while, it's going to get really dark. And if I want it to be a little lighter, I add more water. All right, now, while I'm painting, I want to stay within my lines. So I'm only going to go out to where the shape stops, where it ends. And that includes inside the circle. Now I could decide I want to use this color. I don't want to put it right next to one that I just painted, but maybe I'll do another one over here with this color while it's still wet and mixed up. And when my paint starts to run out, it's getting drier and darker. I need to dip my brush back in the water and tap it in here. I might need to mix it again. I'm gonna rinse my brush. So when I rinse my brush, I'm brushing the bottom of my water cup. I'm not just dipping it this time. I'm brushing it and rubbing it against the bottom. That's gonna clean my brush. And then just to double check that it's clean after I scrape it, I'm gonna tap it on my paper towel. And I can see that it's clean. There's no paint coming off of it. So now I'm gonna add water to another color and brush that and keep going. Now that my cells are all painted, I'm going to switch to the other side of my color scheme. So my cool colors, blue, purple, and green, I'm going to paint in all of these different spaces outside. When you're finished, leave your painting to dry and leave your palette to dry too. If you close it up and move it while there's still water, all the colors are going to run and mix together. So leave both of these to dry. Make sure you clean your brush really well, rubbing the bottom of the jar or the cup that you're using. Scrape it off and dry it off. Make sure it's clean. Don't lose your painting.